Hey guys, how are you all? My name is Atif and a very warm welcome to all of you in today's class. Today we will be dealing with the places in news. But before we start, I want you to have a look at the question from 2024 prelims. It is about the North Sea, where it was asked to name the countries that share the border with the North Sea. The North Sea was in news, but if you look at the question, the news was not asked, but it was asked about the geography of the region. That is why today we will be dealing with the places and their geography, not the actual cause of the news, but about the geography of the region. So let us start with the first news. It is from the Atacama Desert. Atacama Salt Flats. Actually, the Coal India has decided to do the excavation works in this region for the extraction of lithium. Lithium, as you know, is very important for the India's mission to achieve the renewable energy sources goal. So, what Coal India has done is to go to that place and go for the excavation works because this region is rich in lithium deposits. Now, what we need to do here is to look at the geography of this region and some of the important points that we can get from the region. If we first know the Atacama Desert, here you can see is the Atacama Desert. It lies in Chile, the country that is located in the South American continent. It is located along the borders of the Pacific. That is, it is on the east coast of the Pacific Ocean. That is the first thing, the location, very important. And the capital is Santiago. The capital of Chile is Santiago, and on the west side of the Chile lies the Pacific Ocean, and on the eastern margin it is the Andes Mountains, the largest mountain range in the world. The longest mountain in the world is the Andes Mountains, and the Atacama Desert is also considered as the driest non-polar. Remember the word non-polar, not the driest but the driest non-polar place on the earth. Now, if we look at the region, if you look at the map here, you can see a shape of a triangle. What is a triangle? It's passing through three countries: Chile, Bolivia and Argentina. These are the three countries that are considered as the lithium triangle of the world. Why so? Because these three countries produce more than 50% of the lithium that is globally required. That is why it is considered as the lithium triangle of the world. So these are some of the important geographical factors associated with this region: Pacific Ocean, location of the Andes, the triangle, lithium triangle, and these are the some of the important points. Now let's move to the next. Deep sea drilling mission of Turkey's seventh generation. Mark the word, seventh generation. And the name of the drill, Abdul Hamid Han. Name the words properly because the UPSC might confuse you with these words. This is a factual information that you have to memorize. First, the seventh generation drill ship, and then Abdul Hamid Han. It is the name of the drill ship that is used for drilling in the Black Sea. Three key points here. First, seventh generation. Second, Abdul Hamid Han. And finally, Black Sea. The drilling will take place in the Black Sea. This makes this news very important because Black Sea has been the area where a lot of tension has recently taken place due to Russia and Ukraine war. Now, the vessel has already done 3 drilling missions in the Mediterranean region. Now, let's look at the geography of Turkey. The country is located in 2 continents. First of all, it is in the 2 continents. Mostly the major part of Turkey is located in Asia and some part of the country here. It is located in Europe. Now, it is bordered by Black Sea in the north and some other countries, but most importantly Black Sea in the north borders Turkey. The important geographical features or the physical features of Turkey include Lake Van. Here you can see this lake because it is one of the saltiest lakes in the world. And some other important features include the origin of Euphrates River and Tigris. These are the 2 important rivers that originate from Turkey. Something more important, that is the most important part of Turkey, is the Bosphorus Strait and Dardanelles Strait. I will tell you why. Because if you look at the Black Sea, it's covered by land on all the sides. still it has got two straits that connect it to the Mediterranean Sea. Now, if you look at the Black Sea, it passes and then there is Bosphorus Strait which connects it to the Sea of Marmara. You should know these names because the questioner might ask you, name the two seas that are connected by the Bosphorus Strait. So, the answer that are connected by the Bosphorus Strait, the answer should be Black Sea and the Sea of Marmara. This is the first strait, and the second Dardanelles, Dardanelles Strait. These two are very important. So, I am writing it Bosphorus Strait and Dardanelles Strait. These are very important because of the access of the Black Sea to the Mediterranean. If a ship passes through this region, then it will reach into the Aegean Sea near Greece and finally into the Mediterranean. So, this is why there is the importance of these two straits. Coming to our third topic is the Prime Minister Modi visited Ukraine. But what are the important things? That is humanitarian support to Ukraine, and remember the word BHISHM. BHISHM, very important. This means the Bharat Health Initiative for Sahyog Hit and Maitri. These are basically the health kits that will be provided to the war affected areas in the Ukraine. This is a helping hand of India for Ukraine. Now, coming to the geography of Ukraine, we have to remember few things from here. First, you should know about the neighboring countries of Ukraine, the border sharing countries of Ukraine. So, it is Russia, Belarus, Poland, and you have here Slovakia, Hungary, Moldova, and Romania. These are some of the countries that share the border with the with the Ukraine. This is very important to remember because Ukraine has been in news for so long. So, you should at least know the countries that share the border with the Ukraine. Some important geographical features, some important rivers of the region include Dnieper, this region. See, there are a lot of rivers and lot of features, but you don't have to memorize everything. It's very difficult, but some are very important. And Dniester, because these rivers will drain eventually into the Black Sea, and Black Sea has been very important in the recent times. Another important thing here is the Crimean Peninsula, this region. Is it visible? Let me change the color. This region, Crimean Peninsula, because it was taken by Russia in 2014. Here you can see another Sea of Azov connected to Black Sea via Strait of Kerch. Important again, Strait of Kerch connects the Sea of Azov to Black Sea. Some of the very important features of the Ukraine that you have to remember. And one more important is the mountain, that is the Carpathian Mountains. So, these are some of the important geographical aspects. Going to the next news is the cholera outbreak in Yemen. Because of heavy rainfall and flooding, there has been a cholera outbreak in Yemen, which has gone past 160,000 and is supposed to go to 250,000 if not kept in check. So, Yemen is one more thing about the Houthi rebellions that have been causing a lot of trouble in the Red Sea region. So, let us try and find out about Yemen. It is located in the western part of Asia, and if you look at the map of Asia, you will see here you will find Yemen. The capital of Yemen is Sana'a. The name of the capital is Sana'a. It is bound by various water bodies that are very important. See here, first the Gulf of Aden is the first, then you will see the Red Sea on the western side, on the southern side is the Gulf of Aden, and there is a pass called Bab al-Mandeb. Bab al-Mandeb separates the Yemen from the African continent. Which country specifically, if you are asked, is Djibouti. Clear? Djibouti is the country on the African side. It is located in the Horn of Africa. If we talk of Yemen, so the most important thing is the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. One more important thing, if you are visibly seeing here, if it is visible to you, you can see the Suez Canal from where I am passing this line. The Suez Canal has been a very important route for trade as it connects the Mediterranean and the Atlantic to the Asia. So recently, the Houthi rebellions targeted the ships in the Red Sea region, thereby disrupting the trade along this region. That is why Yemen becomes very important as far as the exam is concerned. Okay, then let's come to the South China Sea. It has been a topic that has been very much in news because of the very fights that go on every now and then between China and Vietnam, China and Philippines, China, Taiwan, all the issues that have gone in the South China Sea. Recently, there has been a face-off between China and Philippines regarding the Sabina Shoal. This is an island present in the South China Sea. Now, why is the issue there? Because if you look at the map, this is the China and here you can see is the Philippines. Now, the red line, the dotted line that you can see is called the 9-dash line. It is the line that is considered China as their own territory. They consider everything under this as their own territory. That is why there has been a lot of confusion, because if you look at the map, you will see about 2000 or more nautical miles the distance. Here, see, this arrow shows the distance between China and the shoal, about the Sabina Shoal. But Philippines lies about 75 nautical miles away from this region. So they are considering this as their in the part of exclusive economic zone, which lies up to 200 nautical miles normally. If you look at the other map, again, the China's claim is again the 9-dash line, the red dotted lines, and the blue ones is the 200 nautical mile by UNCLOS that demarcates the sea boundaries in the world. This is the Organization of United Nations that demarcates the sea boundaries. So 200 nautical miles. If you look at the blue color line, then the island lies within the territory of Philippines. But because the China is claiming all the region as their own, this creates a problem and there is a face-off every now and then. Some important countries in this region include Vietnam, and you have Philippines, Taiwan, and here the Hong Kong. This is not a country. So these are some of the important points that are usually in the news. Now, let's go towards the African continent. About 200 people were killed in an attack in Burkina Faso. It is the name of a country in the African continent. 200 people were killed in this region by an organization that claimed the responsibility named Jamaatun Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin. Remember the name, it is linked to Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, it's linked to Al-Qaeda. It's not directly Al-Qaeda, but it's linked to Al-Qaeda. So the name is very important. Jamaatun Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin. Now, if we want to look, we should properly look at the map of Africa, because Africa has been a favorite topic of UPSC over the period of time. Every year you will see 1 or 2 questions coming from this continent. That is why we have to look properly into the map. If you look at the map of Africa, this region that I am marking is the Sahara region, the desert, the world's largest hot desert, the Sahara region. And then there is a word mentioned as Sahel, and finally you will come to the region which is considered as the savanna. Savanna is the grassland, and this is the Sahel. Now the question is, what is a Sahel? Here, just imagine this is the desert called Sahara, and here we have the grassland. The area in between it, that is neither a fully desert nor a full grassland, is called the Sahel. It is basically the transition zone from the desert to the humid tropical regions. This Sahel area includes countries like Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Chad, and Sudan. These are some of the countries that are part of it, as well as Burkina Faso. This is the news about Burkina Faso, where 200 people were killed in a deadliest attack. So if we want to learn about it, there are a lot of things, but very important thing is the White Volta River and the Red Volta River that pass through it, and eventually the Lake Volta that is formed. These are some of the important features of the region. Now, let's come to Warsaw. It is located in Poland. Why is it important? Because of the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the 80th anniversary of the Warsaw against the uprising against the Nazis. Now, if we look at the map of Poland, the capital is Warsaw in the Poland. Very important thing about this is the access to Baltic Sea, and Poland has provided place for the Ukrainians to be there. The Ukrainians, when they exit from their country, they went to Poland. So this has acted as a friend to the Ukrainian refugees. That is number one thing. Number two, you can see the Baltic Sea Warsaw has access to this as well. So this is very important. These are some of the very important points that you need to know here. And finally, that is all from my side today. These were all the news that were there. So I thought of bringing it in front of you so that you know about these places. If you like this session, then like, share and subscribe to our channel so that you get all the information from me. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. Till then, see you. Bye-bye.